The key to stimulating muscle growth is the intensity of the exercise.
Experiencing pain in your muscles and then go on, and this last repetitions, that's what makes the muscle grow.
Do you want cool remote jobs like these? These contracts let me work from an oceanside penthouse. I created a focus zone for myself and buy my dream car, a manual Porsche 718 GTS, which was quite the upgrade from my earlier dream car, which was to have any car, which was a 1999 Toyota Tercel. You can find exactly these roles on this PM contract job board I just built. It features curated, high-paying project management consulting roles. Think data projects, BI projects, reporting projects, fintech projects, and AI deployment orchestration projects, which are really ramping up fast. And each pays at least $10,000 a month or more and is hybrid or remote friendly, and these are hidden from public boards. I took my decade of recruiter contracts, that's thousands of emails, and I parsed it for the recruiter list, and I hooked that channel up with agentic AI automation. And these are fresh. As soon as a new contract hits my network, the board is updated in under 30 seconds, containing everything you might need. Contract salary figures, freshness scale, background information, so you're not like wasting your time applying to stale jobs. And phone numbers and emails are right there at the bottom. So there is no headaches like, please rebuild your resume online here. You can just reach out to the headhunter directly. Now, I do recommend signing up for the instant alerts because if a job is more than 48 hours old, it is stale. So these alerts are strategic and they're totally for free. Now, what if you're not qualified for the role? Check out the AI agent assisted Tips by Hassan section, where there's an AI version of me that will break down exactly what's needed to get these roles. Now, a truth bomb, if you're a coder, a tactical project manager, a business analyst, or an engineer, and you're grinding through tasks like coding, spreadsheets, scheduling, status updates, AI is quietly eating these roles. And people are just waking up one day with their login gone. I built this entire job board with AI tools that gives me power of 10 developers. And for this reason, there's McKinsey's stat that predicts 50% headcount cuts by 2028. There is good news. There's 175 million new AI orchestration roles coming out. My accelerator pivots you fast and efficiently into this new area of PM consulting, future-proofing you so you can ride the trend. You can also book a free strategy session with me where I'll vet your credentials to see if you will qualify for the pivot. Hammers, welcome back. All right, we are going to go smash a chest and back workout. It is actually December 31st. It is after midnight. It is the last day of the year, which means this is going to be the last workout of the year, which is insane. I think about that and time flies. Also, it is my last drive with the E39. I think I have found a buyer who's coming tomorrow to pick it up. There's actually a few people interested, but tomorrow person looks pretty serious. And it is time to let this car go after 7 years and 110 or 120,000 kilometers during my ownership. It is time to let this car go. I got this car not long after, finishing certification, studies, and all of that. It's actually my second 540. I had another one, and then I bought a second one. So at one point I had two 540s. All right, the camera just shot the bed. Hopefully I'm still in view because I don't have a viewfinder on my phone. Okay, so it's actually my second 540, but I have nothing but good things to say about this car. It is such a sick car. It might be from 2001, but I think it's one of the best cars ever made. Of course, I'm the owner, but if you can say that about a car after 7 years of ownership, there's something special to it. All right, so back to the topic of the channel, which is how to put on 50 pounds of muscle naturally. What qualifies me to speak on that subject? Actually, one more thing. So last workout of the year, last drive with the car, and a new chapter starts with the academy, which is phase 2, which I am excited about, which is digital nomading. I've been working on this academy in Mississauga, and I've been pretty diligent. And now I'm excited to start phase 2, which is what I'm looking forward to at the turn of the year. All right, so how to put on 50 pounds of muscle, and what qualifies me to top on that subject. I went from 130 pounds to 170 pounds. I put on 40 pounds of muscle over 2 years, and I did that by using intensity techniques: drop sets, supersets, rest pauses, and length and partial reps exclusively. My workout regimen is very heavy in these techniques, and I used to work out when I was about 15 or so I have experience. I took it pretty seriously back then, but now I've really dialed in what works for natural bodybuilders, or not just anyone natural wanting to put on muscle. I don't want to scare people away by using the term bodybuilders, but I've clued it down. That's what it is. You have to use supersets, drop sets, length and partial reps, rest pauses, and so on. Now, you also have to drink 3 protein shakes a day, each with a scoop of creatine. Non-negotiable. You have to do this. The protein absorbs better. Yes, I know it's a lot of protein. Just drink it with your meals. Trust me, it's one of the biggest game changers I did. So you got to do that. And third, you got to track your reps and your sets in what's called a progressive overload notes, which I will insert somewhere around this time, and you'll see how that's done. Do it once and then you just update the reps. It's actually not that bad at all. Okay, so hopefully I'm in the frame. Okay, yes, and that is that. It's not too hard. Now, after 40 pounds of muscle, I have plateaued and I'm at 170 pounds. I can see improvements, but they're smaller. So I have picked up a technique, which is I do 20 rep squats with 2 plates on hack squats before every workout except leg workout, because I'm going to do 3 plates on that leg workout anyways. And my theory was it raises systemic testosterone. Yesterday night I was watching Mike Mentzer, and he called deadlifts the king of exercise because they recruit so much muscle fiber that it raises systemic testosterone. So now I actually have a backing for my claim. I went off of intuition, but it does seem to be the case. So I'm going to continue doing that. Of course, I think deadlift probably lifts more, but I'll pause on that topic. I always rant about how to put on 50 pounds of muscle. Now, it is definitely possible. Just push yourself to failure, okay? And I'll say one more thing. You got to do it for your mind. Like when you work out, after you're done, you have this razor sharp focus that's hard to describe. And I've been pretty on the ball today. So I just finished about 13 hours of focus session. So the first one was about 80 minutes, then a break, then another small focus session. And then I did stairs and I got into it for 11 hours straight in one go, if you can believe that. And that's strictly because of stair sprints. So 25 floors in my building, and what I do is I walk up twice and I sprint the third time. And it is such a hack. I cannot tell you how amazing of a hack it is. If you do any sort of, I want to hear my car since I'm not going to get to drive it. Oh my God, should not have done that. All right. Good enough. Yeah, if you do any sort of cognitive work, I will say that getting your heart rate to maximum and then taking a shower with 10 seconds of cold water is like the ultimate hack. You can lazily work through 6 hours groggily, or you can get yourself in state and just be razor focused for 8, 9, 10 hours straight. So I highly recommend it if you need to do that. Of course, treat things in season. You'll have your focus season for maybe 3 to 6 months, then you'll have your chill season and what have you, right? You don't have to do this 24/7 all the time. All right, that pauses that. And the next thing I want to talk about is my numbers for 2025. Okay. First of all, academy efforts continue. I made, made progress on that. And there's a screening form up, which is working really well. It screens for leads with the login system. And the modal pop-up is working as well. Mobile version and desktop version, which was pretty tricky to get to, even though it's just a simple pop-up. So I'm happy about that. Soon I will start ramping up the advertising dollars. There is a special going on right now, which is $9.99 US dollars for the founder special. So if you are interested in becoming a professional certified consultant, and I don't pump out certifications, I produce an end result from 10 years of my experience, all packaged together, and certifications, plus a portfolio and job guidance help and all of that. After 10 people, the price will go to $5,000 US. So if you are interested, I would say act now. It is the best special you will get just because I'm in the middle of slowly building out everything. Okay, so 2025 is over and I did 257 workouts. Not bad. That means I worked out 70% of the time, which seems high because I don't upload that often. But when I'm not working out, I'm doing stair sprints, which you guys don't get to see. So that's how those numbers are a little higher. I did 170 hours of total reading, and that's on the low side. 2,450 total focus hours, which works out to be 48 hours a week on average, which I'm pretty disappointed about that. However, Q1 and Q2, I was pretty flush with capital, so I didn't have that sense of urgency. Q4 has actually been really good. I've been averaging 62 hours a week, with my all-time best happening last week at 95.2 hours. Amazing. I've never done that in my life, and I'm quite pleased about that. And let's see. Okay. I shall have to make this turn. Okay, you know what? I'm going to keep my rants short, but I have to get back home and set up the Excel sheet for 2026. Basically, I have this thing called a focus log, and I got motivated to make this focus log when I listened to Michael Phelps, and him and his coach said he never skipped a day for 6 years, and the coach had an Excel sheet, and they displayed it on the interview. And pretty much, I saw that sheet, I'm like, I want one of those. I don't want to skip a day for 6, 7 years. So I made this focus log called The Race to Greatness. Okay, I know that sounds very corny, but it is what it is. And since then, it's been 3 years. The first year I'm not going to count because I started near the end of the year. You'll see 4 tabs at the bottom, but it's been 3 full years. So I'm halfway done between doing this and the 4th year starts, which is pretty crazy to think about. Now, progress comes slow when I think about it, but there has been significant progress. A lot of milestones have been hit. So that is pretty cool. The focus log. If you guys want a copy, I will certainly put a copy. There's already a link in all of my videos if you guys want a copy of that. But other than that, I shall conclude by saying whatever you're after. People have different motivations, different drives, different desires, and all of that. Whatever you're after, go after it like your life depends on it. Because it does. When you hit these things, you change, you level up, and a different life opens for you. I got that saying is by Tim Grover, by the way, and he's the trainer of Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. And from my experience, progress is happiness. If you're growing, you're not stagnating, you will be extremely happy. Or perhaps maybe I'm just wired like this and someone might be miserable, so I'm not going to speak for everyone. That being said, I am at the gym and we shall get the last workout in of 2025, and happy 2026 to all of you guys. Another year of smashing the weights. All right, first thing is first, 2 plates, 20 reps. Get the systemic testosterone in, warm up. I know it seems intense, but that's what I have to do to get to the last 10 pounds of my bulk. You could just do stair climber if you're new. It works for about 3 years. All right, the 7. Take a rest pause. All right, that's 12. I had a good leg workout last session, so I still feel it from there. It's like a sore, but they're extra strong. All right, catch my breath. All right, 16. Now I'm being mindful of my CNS exhaustion because I've been doing stair sprints daily as well. And it's usually when I combine 7 days of workout, staying awake late, that my CNS gets fried. All right, 4 more. All right, next set of pull-ups. I made them a little bit harder for myself. I'm touching my chest on the first 5 reps. Alright, set number 2, 11 plus 5. Doing a couple to 1 minute, 45-second rest, and last 2 minutes. Okay, I got it, barely. Feel a little weaker. Straight sprints in the morning, 13 hours of work. Strangely energetic, but slightly weaker. 1 minute 45 seconds rest and stay here. 7, 54. Seated rows, that's 7 meters. All right, seated rows. First set is an ignition set, also known as pre-exhaustion. I got the technique from Athlean-X. You pre-exhaust it, and then you hit it with some supersets after that, and you just need about 1 or 2 working sets and you're good to go. I'm gonna do 99 pounds. No workout attire today, just come in the gym, no one's here. Do a quick workout. I'm leaning forward for the stretch. It appears that's 110 pounds, not 88. All right, I'll pause there for ignition set. All right, working set. I'm just gonna throw everything I have at it. Triple level drop set, starting with 143 pounds. Let's see how this goes. Very partial. Not bad, coffee's working. Okay, I'm gonna knock it down to 99 pounds. Catch my breath. 5 seconds. Okay, they just naturally transition to partials halfway through due to approaching failure, which is fine. This one I'm just feeling it out where it feels on my lats. That's where the reps are a little different. Pulling up my elbows, partials. Pretty good, I feel it. Okay, deadlift next. All right, time for deadlift. These suck no matter how you do them, so I'm just gonna suck it up and do them. So I think I started training these about 2 months ago. I can do hack squats no problem, but these usually make me struggle, so let's see how this goes. Opposite grip. Oh, not bad. 6. I'll take it. Time for bench press. All right, time for bench press. I'm going for 10 on the first set and then 5 to 7 on the drop set. 3 sets of drop set bench press. I started a bit of a cut, not by diet, just by stair sprints. So my body fat is lower, but maybe my strength is slightly impacted because that 10th rep, I had to commit to drop it on myself. Otherwise, I went to God in it. Alright, sweet. Alright, set number 2, 5 plus 6. Last time I actually couldn't get the 5th one. This time I don't think I'll fight for it too hard either. But let's see what happens. False start. Alright, I'll take 4. Alright, sweet, set number 2. Alright, I'm making good time today. All my rest periods are on point. Last set for bench press, and I'm gonna superset it with dips. I'll go for 4, let's see what happens. Alright. I'm more cut, but definitely weaker. I am enjoying being cut though. The pumps are more insane looking. Even on leg press, I got 17 and a half, not leg press, hack squat. I got 17 and a half reps instead of 18. Lower body fat robbing the power a little. Alright, so as usual, this is just about to stretch to finish off the exercise. And partials. And partials. All right. Last workout of 2026, 2025. Side chest. Front relaxed. Front double lie and front lat spread. Tricep. Other tricep. All right. That's muscular. Inside. Yeah, I definitely got more cut from the stair sprints. Just in a week too. It wasn't even that long. Maybe 2 weeks. I don't know if it's visible on the intercostal and serratus, but it's the most muscular. All right. Any departing words for 2025? I'm gonna borrow this one from Peterson. No nostalgia for Catastrophe. Why? It rolls off the tongue nicely. But it does have a pretty decent meaning, which is don't victimize yourself. Never have pity, regardless of your situation. Just fight, which I do like. All right. That concludes 2025, and I shall see you guys in the next workout for arms.
The key to stimulating muscle growth is the intensity of the exercise.
Experiencing pain in your muscles and then go on, and this last repetitions, that's what makes the muscle grow.